Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this is going to be a story time. Okay, so this story time is going to be about when I was working at my old job. This was like a couple years ago, and this guy used to come to my job. So I did used to work in a gas station or whatever. I may do like a, I don't know, like a story time about that, or get to know like my other jobs that I used to do, whatever the case may be. But anywho, I was working in a gas station, and it was like an enclosed like gas station. It wasn't one of those gas stations that you like walk in and like get stuff. I was like in my own little cubicle, my own little bubble for like 10-11 hours a day. Okay, so I would get to work at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would get off around like 2 or 3 o'clock. Okay, so anyways, I had a lot of regulars, a lot of customers who came like early in the morning to get gas, or sometimes I worked the night shift or whatever. I worked like 1 to 10 or 1 to 11, and people would come and get gas. So it was this particular guy. He used to come up there all the time, and he used to always have these gift cards. Okay, so he would always be like these Walmart gift cards, and we loaded them up like at the gas station too. So he would always be like, oh, let me get like 6 $500 gift cards or whatever. And I would be like, what, or whatever. So he would get these freaking gift cards and put all this money on it. And so like a lot of people that used to work out in the gas station, like when my shift was over, other people would come or whatever the case may be, like part-time people, because I was like a full-time person, so I was there more than other people. But like if I ever took off or I wasn't there or whatever the case may be, there were people who worked in my spot. So child, he used to always come up there, and so like everyone started talking about him, like in the gas station. People be like, oh, you know that guy that would come by. He was like an older gentleman. It's like, you know that guy that usually comes by and get the gift cards on there. I mean get money on the gift cards. He normally gets so much money and da da da. Like people was just talking about how much money he gets and stuff like that. Now I'm not a racial type person, but he was a Caucasian type man. He wasn't, you know, Blick. And so I was just like, yeah, I remember. So like me and I know him, so me and some of the other people in the gas station, we would like talk and be like, dang, you know, he must be very wealthy or whatever case may be, you know. Like I was just thinking this man got a lot of money. I didn't know like if he was gifting these cards. I didn't know what he was doing. Okay, so it was one girl who came out there, and she said that one day she was talking to him, and she said that he said that he has like this business, some kind of truck business or whatever, and these are like gas cards that he gets for the truck drivers, or some kind of gas cards, I don't know. And so she was just like, yeah, I was just talking to him one day, and he's very friendly. He told me they were like gas cards or whatever. So and it was also one of the girls out there where he gifted her some money or whatever. It was just like $50, but he gave her $50 because it was around the holidays, and somewhere or another they had got really close, and she was like telling him about how like she was gonna have no money for like gifts, I don't know, I guess, or whatever. And so he gave her $50, and then the next couple of days he gave her like $200 or whatever, because he said he was just trying to help her out. You know, he doesn't mind helping people, not like this. I was like, okay, well, he's very nice, you know. So then more people that started working out there, he was like giving them like money. And I was like, okay, or whatever, you know. I didn't think anything of it. When he would come, he would speak to me or whatever, but it wasn't anything that was too much. I mean, he would kind of speak and flirt, like he would speak and be like, you look beautiful today, and how are you doing, and I like your hair, and da-da. Like he would whole conversation, you know, just little minor things. It wasn't anything like that. But some girls that was out there, they was going to the extreme, like, okay, he gave me money, we were talking about this, talking that. So it was this one particular girl that worked there that she was kind of, you know, or whatever, she was a hoe or whatever. So she was known as doing certain things. So anyway, and I'm just saying that that's not based off of like my own assumption. She was very vocal. You know how sometimes you meet people who are very vocal about their sex life. They're very, very vocal about what they do with other people and stuff like that. She was very vocal. So she would always tell us about how, you know, she would, you know, get what she could out of men, and ain't no reason, you know, and ain't no use in laying with a man if he ain't paying this or giving you this, or you don't give away no coon for free, and she gonna get her money regardless. Like she was just one of the type of people who was open about sleeping with men and getting money or whatever the case may be. Okay. So she comes to work one day, and she was all giddy and was like, what, you know, like what is going on and stuff like that. And so she was like, oh yeah, I got I got his number. And we was like, oh, okay. So she also went on to tell me and some more girls that she ended up doing an even exchange with the man or whatever. Okay, if you know what if you picking up what I'm putting down. Okay. So it was like, what or whatever. So she said she had actually got like $400 and some for, I'm not gonna go into detail, but for doing the exchange. Okay, so she went all the way into detail about what like what hotel they went to. It wasn't even it was a mo. Okay, you know, when you drop the hoe off the hotel, you at a mo, you know, the price go down significantly and it be dirty. So they went to a motel or whatever, and she was telling us all about it. She was letting us read text and this is a grown woman. Okay, she was letting us read text messages from them and all kind of stuff. Okay, so you know, like when you hear something about somebody or you see something about somebody, it kind of changes your perspective, like when you see them. And that's kind of how I was. Okay, so when he came to the gas station, I was kind of like I don't really know, you know, like I don't really know about him. So I was like giving him like the side eye, like this is kind of weird, but he never acted no certain way towards me or anything. So as time like went by, he was like, one day he was just talking to me and he was like, are you doing all right? Have you been okay? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, you just seem a little different. And I was like, no, I'm fine or whatever. And so me and him was just having a little conversation. I was outside actually like sweeping up the parking lot or whatever. So I was having a conversation. We was just talking about a lot of different things. And so somewhere or another we got into, he asked about the girl or whatever. We just gonna say her name was, I don't know, Aretha. Franklin, I don't know, Aretha. We gonna say it was Aretha. So he asked about Aretha, and so I was just like, I'm pretty sure you are looking for her, but no, she's not here today. She's actually on vacation. And so he was like, oh, okay, or whatever, till I said hello. And I said, okay, I will. And he was like, so why did you say that and make that face? And I said, well, you know I know. And so he was like, what do you mean? I said, oh, I know. Or whatever. And so he was like, what do you know? Fill me in. And so I was like, he was laughing. I was like, you know what I know, what you don't want us to know, but we know because she told us and we know. And so he was just like, what is it? So I'm just sweeping casually, you know, taking care of the pumps, wiping down stuff. And I said, well, she said, or whatever. Yeah, I'm so silly, but I did. I was like, she said that y'all for the, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, no, I don't. And I was like, well, she said that you paid her to do the exchangey, and she told us everything in detail and da-da-da-da-da. And so he was like, oh my goodness, that never happened and none of that. I don't understand why she would tell you guys that when really she showed us text messages. I mean, these were some in-depth text messages. They was planning it all out, okay? Even after they got done, they was texting each other about it. So even showed us the Cash App exchange. So I was just like, oh, okay. So she was like, so he was like, no, that never happened and she's lying. I would never do that. And so then after he was just trying to plead his case, I was like, okay, I mean, it really, you know, I'm really not a big old deal to me. I'm just telling you what she, you know, what she told us or whatever the case may be. And so he was just like, I mean, are you into that? And I was like, nah. Or whatever. Like, no, I'm not into that or whatever. I don't do none of that. I am not trying to say this coochie tune or whatever, or do engage in that type of activities or whatever y'all got going on. I just don't do that. He was like, well, can we at least like hang out sometimes, get to know each other, maybe pick up some coffee? You can come out to my ranch house. He was like, well, one of my houses. You can come out to one of my houses, and you know, do you need anything paid for? I mean, this stuff just started coming out. I'll dump, you know, like I'll rip. It just started coming, and I was like, no, or whatever. Like it was really weird. After you just pleaded your case, you said that she was lying, you didn't do that, but now it seems like you trying to persuade me into doing something, you know. But I was just like, no, I'm good or whatever. So he was like, well, you know, here's my number just in case you change your mind, or you do want to have lunch, dinner, coffee, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. And I was like, Okay, you know, so it was one day I was actually I was about to clock out, and I'll go inside the store, and it was like really really busy, so I ended up jumping on like a register to help check people out. Girl, I see him, his wife, and his kids. The wife comes to my register or whatever, like, well, I would assume that was his wife or whatever. I mean, like, they was all kind of like lovey-dovey. She was babe, babe, babe. Oh no, babe, or whatever. And then he was babe, babe. You know, they was all like this. So if it wasn't the wife, maybe it was just I don't know, somebody who was messing around with, but those were definitely their kids or whatever. So I'm assuming that was the wife. So they came to my register, and it was like the oddest thing ever. Like, it was very, very odd. I was kind of like, you know, you had to just picture yourself being where I am, where I was. You know, I'm just kind of looking at him, and he was trying his best not to make eye contact or whatever. And he was just like, just looking down, looking off, and he was like, hey, I'll just, you know, pull the car up so we can put the groceries in the car. She was like, but why? You know, why are you so in a hurry? You can help me put the stuff in the buggy and bag this up. And he was like, oh, the boys can help you put the stuff in there, and I'm just gonna pull the car up, the truck up to the door or whatever, so we could just put everything in there. And so she was like, okay. So she was like, men, aren't they just so crazy? And I'm thinking like, hell yeah, they crazy. Okay, yours is insane. Okay, so it was just really really awkward. And then when he ends up coming to the gas station that morning, because I was back in the gas station, okay, so he ends up coming that morning or whatever. He was like, hey, how are you doing, and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, you know, because it was awkward, it was weird. I'm trying to see, what is your motive, what are you trying to do, or whatever. Well, it's obviously what you trying to do. You trying to get in this coon and coon coon, okay. You trying to pay for it, and I ain't really with that, and I already told you I wasn't with that. But yeah, I mean, it was just weird. And he spoke, and I was just like, how you doing, you know, rung up his stuff. And he was like, so everything's going good. He kept trying to make small talk, and obviously, like, I wasn't having it. I was just on some stuff like, okay, or whatever. Like, it was just weird. And so I was like, yeah, I said, your wife and kids are beautiful. And he was like, we're going through a divorce, and we have a lot going on. I'm like, no, girl, I was looking at him like I was scanning his stuff like, and I was like, okay. Like, baby, I'm not paying attention to none you was saying, because at this point, you a whole fraud out you. I can't trust you. I couldn't trust you anyway, because I don't even know you like that. But yeah, whatever. So he was just saying they going through a divorce or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. And so he was like, well, I'm actually excited. So he's just trying to basically play on this illusion they're going through a divorce when they was just in here all lovey-dovey, kissed up. Baby, I wasn't born yesterday. Trust and believe. And even if I was, I still have more sense. So anyway, the girl comes back, Aretha, whatever I named the girl, she comes back off vacay. Okay, so she comes back with all these stories talking about how he was texting her, sending her pictures, talking about he ready for her to come back, talking about he got all this cash for her to do this, that, and the third. I mean, just this whole thing, okay? And I'm just thinking like, this man is really on one. Like, he's really tripped out. Like, is you serious right now? Like, for real, you really trying to pull one over on me? You trying to pull the wool over on my eyes? Like, for real, that's so crazy. But anyways, y'all, it just, I don't know, he just continuously would come back and speak and just continued the cycle. He kept trying to get me to go to coffee, lunch, dinner, or whatever. He was trying to get me to text him. It was times that he did actually offer me money. I did not take the money, you know, and it just happened like that until I had quit or whatever. I quit, and it wasn't like on like no bad terms or anything like that. I just had got a new job, and I ended up quitting. And I seen him at like a stoplight one time, and he was trying to blow me down like with his horn to like trying to get my attention and stuff. And I'm just like, what the crap? Because he realized it was me, and he was trying to blow me down. I was like, skirt, baby, I was trying to get the hell up out of there, out that little line that we was in, because he was really trying to get my attention and trying to talk to me. I mean, I'm just like, you just seem kind of creepy. I mean, he was a nice looking old man, but you older, you seem creepy. I don't know what you got going on. And quite frankly, sir, I feel like when people be doing the things that you're doing, okay, I had to change the hand, what that you're doing, sir, it made me think you got the heebie-jeebies, okay? I can't with you if you got them heebie-jeebies. Okay, like my grandma said, you probably got that monkey disease, and I can't really fool with you like that because I don't want that monkey disease. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't trust nobody who be doing it. I don't even trust the people, the women or the men who be posting on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter about their sexual orientations. I don't trust it when they be like, oh, I want to lay down, who's available to cuddle, oh, I'm in the mood, let's do this. I don't trust the ones who be uploading half naked pictures, who be twerking on the internet, because I really feel like you got that monkey disease. I really feel like you got the cooties. I can't fool with you like that. I feel like you dirty, because if you that, willing to put it out there and you don't really care for the whole world to see, you got the coochie on display like that, like a tray of cookies, I can't take you serious. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with a man. You got all that on display. You don't care. You have no shame. Okay? You got your friends, all cheering, everybody all on the internet, and you obviously don't care who sees and what's going on. So I really feel like you have other things going on, like you in a certain situation and you want other people to be in that situation, and I ain't trying to be in this situation with you. So no. Okay? And to add, okay, I know this long, this is my last thing. To add on to that, the girl who, Aretha, Eric, whatever I call the girl, the one who was selling the cone, she used to come to work with black eyes. She used to come to work with them eyes dotted. Okay, she used to come to work with black eyes, busted lips, broken nose. She used to come to work beat up. That's why I'm like, you may need to change your second job, because this ain't working. You come in here looking beat in the bruise. And then she used to always be like, oh, one day she said, oh, I got stung in the eye by a bee. Oh, I tripped and fell. But then she would tell us the real stuff, like, oh, no, I got beat up by a person I was dealing with. Or I was smart with this guy and he beat me in my eyes. So I'm just like, okay, that would have been it for me. Okay, I wouldn't even for one, I wouldn't even put myself in that situation. And for two, uno dos. You ain't finna boom boom black my eyes and I'm just, I'm cool with it. You can't be black my eye like that. Yeah, but anyways, I rest my case. Arrested. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. All right, tell me what y'all think about this crazy story time. Oh my god, tell me what y'all think about this crazy story time. Have you ever been in a position like this in your workplace or anywhere that you have been? What would you have done? Would you have got his money? Would you have texted him? Would you have went out to eat with him? What y'all think about this girl? Okay, because she was just something else. Out of all the women that was out there in that gas station, baby, she was the only one who had did that with the man. So I really want to know what you think about her. What you think about people who are always readily available for sex, and people who are always putting themselves out there just on display. You know what I'm saying? Like, just out there. Do you feel like they got that monkey disease? Let me know. Put it down below. Okay, I sound like one of them commercials. If you think you have, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, leave it down below and we'll be sure to discuss in the comments, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.